Emily, I took your funeral home database, I made a copy and renamed it, and you can see the name right up here is Funeral Home Dates. I didn't want to make a change on my master copy of that file. I selected this column here, Outreach. I deleted other columns out just so I could have everything on one screen. And then I went to Home, Conditional Formatting, and I started making some new rules. All right. And now that I have the rules, I can go to Manage Rules, and I get this. This is hard to see, so I drew a picture and made some notes. So over here, what I have here is the formula is if today. Now the today function is pretty cool because whenever you have that, every time you open your file, whatever today's date is going to show up in this location. So today's date is May 2. So today's date minus B2, which is the date in this column over here, B2. All right. And if that date subtracted from today is a value greater than 365, 1 year, then that box containing that date is going to turn pink. Then I set a second conditional formatting for today minus B2 if that's greater than 330, roughly 1 month. So 11 months old, that'll turn green. And then today minus B2 if that's greater than 300, so basically 10 months old, it's going to turn to yellow. So that's all set up in here. And if I come over here and I just click on this table someplace and I go to Data, and I go to Sort. Now, I would always recommend going to this instead of just going to A to Z and Z to A. This gives me a lot more flexibility. So I'm going to sort by outreach. You can see it's newest to oldest, and that doesn't really tell me anything I don't already know. So I'm going to go from oldest to newest and do OK. And here I have the oldest date as 5/2/17. And if you go down here, you're going to see that the pink is on the date cell until this date here, 4/29/18. Now, the next date is green because today is May 2nd. So May 3rd here is going to fall into that 11-month category, and 4/29/18 is going to fall in greater than a year. And if I come down even here further, 6/6/18, again, because I fooled around and made it just 300 days instead of 305, or try to calculate exact months. So this shows up here, even though today is May 2nd, 2019. But I think it's good because it kind of gets it into groups. This doesn't really help you much. But what can help you much is if I then turn on the filter function, I'm going to come over here and click on this little icon here that's got the if there is no filter set up, it's just going to be a pull-down arrow. I've been playing around with this. So it shows the arrow with a little pull-down arrow. And here's a cool part. Because I'm using conditional formatting, I can filter by cell color. So if I want to know, if I just want to see all the ones that are the oldest, I click on here, and it's just going to show me just those values that are greater than 365 days old. And down here on the bottom left-hand corner, it says 158 of 331 records found. So you got 158 of the records are out of date by over a year. If I come back here and go to light green, what's going to happen is, if I go back up to the top, let me do this a little faster. Here I have all those 11-month-ish old dates, okay? And if I go back up here to my filter and I go to cell color that is blue, I even have less, and I have 18 of these that are 10 months old. This is a good way of doing it because the conditional formatting just happens automatically, and then you can sort by groups. And we can make these as many groups as you like, so we could make them by, 2-month batches, by quarter, by year, whatever you like. So I just want you to take a look at that. And I've attached this so you can play with it. We need to come up with a mechanism where we can actually share the same file. So I don't know if you have access to Dropbox, if you want to just put these in Google Drive so we can both work on the same file. This doesn't make sense to be making multiple copies of the same file because you know what's going to happen. Something's going to get lost down the road. So you can play with this if you like. Let me go back here and I'm going to go to sort, outreach, oldest to newest, and just put everything back. Oh, I got to take the filter off. So clear filter. All right, so now everything's back on. And I'm going to then sort this back from newest to oldest. And that's basically going to put everything back the way it was. So that in a nutshell is the conditional formatting that you were looking at. I'm still working on the other one about the safe place attendances and stuff like that. But I wanted to get this one to you because it's been sitting on my mind and sitting on my desk. So let's get together by phone or email and tell me what you think.